Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another reaction for you guys today. Guys, of course, you're continuing the journey of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. This is Season 3, Episode 2. Of course, we'll not know the title until I get into the episode. Now, the Season 3 premiere, Ben, Kevin, and Gwen were going camping. Strange, but they need a little vacation, and they also make a point early on. Gwen's like, well, you understand with Ben being surrounded and everything, and he's a celebrity, we can't just go on a regular vacation. We have to go out in the middle of nowhere camping to get away. But then, of course, all hell breaks loose. Sunder shows up. Like that's his name. Sunder shows up because he was actually hired by Azimuth to go after Eunice, which is actually a Unitrix or whatever, like basically a device that basically took Gwen's DNA and created Eunice a human, and of course Ben starts, falling for her, which is like, I mean, I know it's not Gwen, but it took her DNA and created a girl, so it's kind of weird. But anyways, do we learn more information about Azimuth in terms of, like, before he was working on the Omnitrix, he was working on this Unitrix, basically a singular device holding one kind of strand of DNA or alien DNA or whatever. That was kind of the concept of the actual build or whatever, the actual device. So it's interesting to see that Azimuth was doing all this, and of course he made the Ultimatrix and everything. Like, there was all these things he was working on, so it's kind of cool to see more things that he was developing and everything. And of course Ben's defending Eunice and all that, and ultimately Azimuth, says, okay, we'll find her a place to live or whatever. So maybe we'll see her character again. Not really sure. Also too, it's like funny, Azimuth teams up and like hires Sunder to go after and retrieve it. It's kind of funny how that works out. Like, literally, it could have been anybody else, but of course it had to be him. But anyway, so I'm excited to dive into the next episode, see what they do with this episode, guys. Let's dive in. Let's continue the journey of Ultimate Alien. Let's go. What?
Oh dear. I think I shall call you Bazel's retirement plan. What are you doing? No!
Julie. Okay. Ship.
He's in trouble?
Oh, Forever Nights.
I thought they broke up last year.
Did they?
Don't think so.
I don't think so. What?
We'll ask them about it after we kick their cans.
Nice. Oh my god.
How did you find us?
Word?
How do you think?
Oh.
You said we shouldn't see each other.
Considering how little time you have for me lately, we might as well be broken up. Didn't want to ask you for help.
But Ship went away. Yeah.
Help with what? He's gone away before. He'll be back.
Ben, you're not listening.
Good luck. You sure showed her. Showed her what? You don't know either, huh? And after that, there's always the press. But they're ditchable. Kind of.
Oh my god. Yeah,
You
well.
don't have to do their interviews. I guess there's no way to escape the things that really matter.
Nope. Not really.
Like Julie. I have responsibilities. I'm a famous superhero.
I see.
Oh, this kid.
No.
Oh yeah, that was Ben Tennyson. Him and me, I like this.
I'm gonna have to jump to hyperspace to catch them.
How are you going to his jet ray?
Theory.
Maybe he doesn't know how he comes off to other people.
I don't think
He
so.
knows. He just doesn't care.
Oh.
Don't make excuses for him, Julie.
That was set to immobilize. Where's the other oculant?
What?
The
Oculant.
sacred eye of the Sentinel.
Oh.
This is our most revered place of worship.
Well, you don't take
Well,
very
now you
good
know
care
now.
of it, do you?
Sure. Ooh. Oh my god, poor Ship. That's horrible.
What are you doing?
Voodoo.
So I heard.
Ship.
Gwen, you did it! He says Bazel's been captured. He wants to rescue him.
Little bounce. Boop. Boop.
Already found Ship, huh?
Obviously.
They just walked
So I
right
guess
past
we
him.
can go home now?
No. Oh.
Ship.
A little help here? It's not
No.
my fault you missed the recap.
Exactly.
I mean, coming all this way to save Bazel, you have to admire that kind of loyalty. Don't you? I guess.
I flew halfway across the galaxy so Julie could tell me to buzz off again? You're a world-famous jerk.
That's true.
Whoa.
Well, careful.
And if you weren't such a jerk, maybe she wouldn't have dumped you in the first place.
Fair point.
You know, I don't have to take that from...
Careful, might be a trap.
Infidel!
Infidel.
I know, Ship. We're going to help him.
Guys, we're trying to be sneaky.
Damn.
You...
Come on, Chip, do something.
A little one. Talk!
Talk.
Eradicate the female.
Wait, which one? Ooh. Just walks up and throw. Okay.
Need any help?
Jesus, kicking ass. Seems like no. Brainstorm.
I strongly suggest this require even more brain power than I anticipated.
Brain power.
Fortunately,
I wish to see more brainstorm. We don't see him that much.
I won't warn you again!
What? Ooh.
Don't you realize that by destroying the altar, you've awakened the Sentinels?
What?
The what now?
Oh, oh. Ultimate. Yeah. That's a cool shot. Oops. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, he's blind. Okay. Because the eye is missing or whatever that thing.
It doesn't want us.
I beg your pardon.
He has the other one.
Do you know what I do for a living? Do you? I fly from one pathetic planet to another.
You have triumphed over your enemies. We,
They didn't triumph.
your humble
They just
servants,
stopped.
Give thanks.
Don't you get it? Ship came here to save Bazel, no matter what.
Julie, I'm trying to help you here.
You've already helped plenty. He's just a...
Deadly space weapon? That's right. And you're the one who trained him.
Or stay with Julie. Who really cares about...
Julie?
Can we talk?
Actually, I'm kind of talked out.
Oh, whoa.
Hey, I wasn't impressed by all that other stuff. You know the real me, faults and all, and
True.
that's
Yeah.
okay with you. I promise I'll try.
Then I'll try to.
And there you have it, guys. That was Season 3, Episode 2 of Ultimate Alien, Eye of the Beholder. By the way, great song from Metallica. Very underrated from Metallica, but I really enjoy that song. But cool title. So, Bazel is back again. And Ship decides, okay, Bazel's in trouble. I'm heading off to go protect him and everything. But the main thing about this episode, even though it was really about Ship going, away, immediately realizing Bazel's in trouble, of course, Rob Paulson voicing, and then having Julie left there and everything, and then Gwen and Kevin help because Ben's being an ass, which we'll get to the Ben stuff for sure, because that's, to me, that's actually the main point of the episode, is Ben's rudeness and just being a shit, just being an ass, and all that. But even though it's all about this and everything, and there's these statues, and one of the orbs or whatever from the eye is missing, of course, he has it in his stomach. Bazel, it's in his system the entire time, and he's burping constantly. So it makes sense now why he was doing that all the time. I was like, why does he keep burping in this episode? And you have these, aliens that are, worshiping this temple and everything, and these, because they have the same kind of abilities or whatever, in terms of, these, beams or whatever coming out of their eyes, as the statues do in the third act of the episode. All that was happening, yes. But the main point of the episode, as I'm getting to, is Ben. Because in episode 1, the season 3 premiere, we have Ben being smitten over Eunice, which is, once again, still weird because it's Gwen's DNA that turns the Unitrix into Eunice. Anyways, there's a point where it's like, well, what about Julie? It's like, well, she said this, and but there's contradicting points. Then Julie goes to Ben because Ship goes away. Ship Ship. She goes to him and says, hey, he left. He just left and everything. And then he's like, well, good luck. He doesn't want to talk to her. It's like, oh, it's kind of an awkward thing you're here right now. Because they're fighting the Forever Knights and these giant kind of robotic horses or something. I have no idea. It was a weird thing. But, Julie's like, I didn't break up with you. I basically said since we spend so little time together, we might as well be broken up. Because they never spend time together. And that's true because we hardly ever saw Julie within Ultimate Alien, really. So it makes sense they kind of are addressing this. And apparently someone had said, no, that was Generator X. Sorry, I was thinking about something else that someone was saying about Generator X from season 1 to 2. I'm thinking, time-wise, how much time has passed from season 2. But now I'm thinking, how much time has passed from season 2 to season 3 here. I don't know. But anyways, so Ben is left behind. He's off continuing to fight the Forever Knights, and Gwen and Kevin leave with Julie to go follow Ship in their rust bucket, the plane or whatever that can fly through space. So Ben stays behind, and he's having like an inner monologue as well, like avoiding the press and avoiding fans and everything. And eventually he realizes he has to go because he's talking to that kid who exposed him. And the kid's like, well, do you think you need to go talk to her? Like, you ever going to be friends with her again? And eventually Ben goes. Here's the thing. Ben being Jet Ray, I didn't realize he could go into hyperspace and get there as fast as he does. Okay, definitely interesting, because I'm like, can he do that? I guess he can. But he does. And he lands right nearby where they've reunited with Ship, because Ship was badly damaged and hurt. Obviously, we know Ship isn't going to die or whatever, or die. Gwen saves Ship. And there's a little bit of like thing here about some sort of like really like delicate dessert or snack or whatever that Kevin's eating. It's blue and stuff. I'm like, okay, I guess we're talking about this cake thing. I don't know. But when Ben lands, here's what I love so much about it, because it just happened so fast. I really couldn't really respond to it until they were already walking past, and it cut to another sequence of them walking away. Ben lands, and they're walking, and there's Ship, and there's Julie, Gwen, and Kevin, and they're all walking past, acting like he's not even there. Like, I'm like, ooh, that is bad. And there's some back and forth, because literally Kevin, as he's talking to Ben a little bit later into the scene, he's like, I don't know feelings, because Ben's like, well, how do you know about that? Why do you think you're the expert? He's like, I'm not an expert on feelings or emotions. Kevin's like, I'm an expert on being an ass. Well, he didn't say that, but being a jerk. They can't say ass, but trust me, if this show was TV-14, they would say, Ben, you're being an ass right now. You're being an ass. So that's basically what they're implying. He's a jerk. He's an ass. And Kevin's yelling at him too, and Ben needs to hear this, because Ben multiple times in the episode, I don't deserve this. I don't need to deal with this. I'm a famous superhero. And I knew this was going to be coming from Kevin about the whole like yelling in his face or whatever, because Kevin on the rust bucket as they're flying is like saying, look, we've had it up to here with Ben's crap. If I have to hear one more time that he saved the universe, like they're basically bringing this back to where Ben is being a jerk, and there's a back and forth too where it's like, well, he's being a jerk, and maybe he doesn't know it, and no, he knows what, he just doesn't care. And then Gwen says to Julie, like, don't make excuses for Ben, don't do it, and I think Kevin is kind of right in a sense. Ben doesn't really care how he comes across, because when Ben's first talking to Julie in the episode, when she comes to him after he's fighting the Forever Knights at this point, and she tells him what's going on, he's like, okay, you came to me for that? Good luck. Like, he just didn't give a shit. He didn't care, because like, you broke up with me. Like, well, you hardly spend time together. And of course, at the end of the episode, they seem to be trying again, and of course Ship, which by the way, Ship said Julie. Ship was a Ship, and when Ship's all decked out, Ship, Julie. Ship said Julie. That was really nice. It was a nice little moment. But they're gonna try again. Here's the thing. I'm hoping it's permanent, or at least it's more character growth, because see, it seems at times, and this has been addressed before when talking about Ben 10 and talking with you guys about Ben 10, that Ben goes through this like roller coaster of like where he'll like character growth, he'll change, he'll try to be better, and then he reverts back to it again. And so I feel like this may happen again. He's going to revert back to being that ass again, because that's who Ben is. Ben needs to still grow up and everything. He's still learning. I mean, literally, he's still trying to handle the fact that he's a celebrity, right? So it's definitely not easy. So it really just depends on the personality, the individual. And in this situation, Ben is not really, I mean, he's like, he told Kevin, like, I don't want to be famous, but yet he's in this episode. It's like, because he was telling Kevin when he was crazy or whatever during the Ultimate Kevin arc at the end of the last season, I don't want to be famous. I want my secret identity back. I don't want to be this hero. Like, I don't want to be this public persona. And then here, I don't have to deal with this. I'm a famous superhero. So there's it's like the constant like ebb and flow of like, sometimes Ben is on the right path and other times no. And I think that goes to show something that I think is a bigger positive. I'm putting quotes on this because Ben's a flawed character. And I think that really boils down to other things as well. all of these characters that we're following are flawed. Kevin's not perfect. Ben's not perfect. Gwen is not perfect. Now, Gwen is like the best of all three of them in terms of like a good person making good choices. She's made an occasional bad choice. She's made choices that, you know, hey, what? But they're all flawed. Because to me, I don't want to see a perfect character. Now, I feel like there are some inconsistencies because Ben is trying to do better than other points. He'll revert back to shit, or Kevin does something and then he reverts back to himself again. But that's, you know, Kevin's nature. But Ben, there's a lot of inconsistencies where it's like, oh, like I said, he's telling Kevin, I don't want to be famous anymore. I don't want to be this person anymore. I want to be secret. You know, I want my identity back. I don't want to be this public figure. And then in this episode, oh, I'm a famous superhero. So like, it's the inconsistencies of that. But they're not perfect, and I don't want to see a perfect character. I want to see a character have growth and have arcs. I want to see a character that makes decisions that are not always good, because that's everybody. We all make bad decisions. We all make decisions we regret. So it's good that at the end they're going to try their best. We'll see what happens. It was cool to see Ben also turn into Ultimate Swampfire. That was cool to see. I mean, it is Ultimate Alien. We need to see ultimate characters or ultimate, you know, forms of these aliens. And yeah, and we got to see Brainstorm, which to me, that's actually more of a highlight than seeing Ultimate Swampfire, because we hardly ever see Brainstorm now. He barely is used at this point, which, understandable, there's a lot of variety of aliens to choose from, so it was cool to see that. And of course, statues come alive and chaos ensues, so that was fun. But yeah, so Bazel was there. It's like, okay, whatever. You know, it's not a great episode, but it really does dive into some Ben being an ass, jerk, and all that stuff. So it really delved into his, you know, basically his persona and basically his how he's acting towards others. And we got to address more of the point of him and Julie, because it was talked about in the premiere, the episode last week, and now we get to see their interaction and everything, and kind of where they were at and everything. And then at the end they're gonna try, so we'll see. Ben's gonna try. Let's see if he actually does. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm curious to know your thoughts about the episode, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.